All right, guys, now that you have designed and built your web pages, the next step is to create your main navigation menu for your website based on your sitemap and the pages you've developed. First, you will build your primary navigation menu with your top level pages and links, and then any corresponding submenu pages beneath those. Next, you will create a secondary duplicate navigation menu for your mobile device users. Once you have set up your navigation menu, the final step is to stylize the design of the navigation to match your brand style guide. So let's dive into your WordPress installation and get started. Okay guys, in this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how to set up the primary navigation for your website. So over here, once you're logged into your WordPress dashboard, go over here on the left and under Appearance, you're going to go ahead and click on Menu. First thing is we're going to have to create a menu. So right here, we're going to name this first menu Primary Menu and then click Create Menu. Next, what we're going to do is we have to manage the location for that primary menu. So you're going to click on the Manage Locations tab in the upper left. And then for the primary menu, you're going to select this drop down and click Primary Menu and then Save Changes. Now we're going to go back to edit this menu and you make sure you have your primary menu selected here. And now we're just going to start adding some pages to your menu system. So over here on the left, you're going to see some of the pages that are available that have already been built on your website. So for example, I'm going to go ahead and add in the program. So I'm going to click on that, then click Add to Menu. So that's already been set up and ready to go. Next thing I want to do is click on View All. I'm looking for a home page, or if I go on Search, looking for the home page. We've got the home page there, so I'm going to go ahead and click that and add to menu. Now we can drag and drop these to resort them. So I'm going to move home up to the top. So now in our main nav menu, if I go ahead and click on Save Menu, and then if I visit the website, you're going to see now that I have two new tabs up here in my main navigation menu. We have one for home and one for programs. Back to the menu system again. I'm going to go ahead and add a sub-menu drop down to the programs page, which is for one of these specific individual programs. So I have program 1 right here. I'm going to click on that, add to menu, and then I can drag and drop this over to the right a little bit, and that's going to create a sub-menu for program 1. I'm going to go ahead and click on Save Menu. If I was to go back to the browser now and refresh this page, now you're going to see if I roll over programs, I now have an option for a sub-menu of program 1. Back over here again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in the Workout Now page. Go ahead and click on that, add to menu, and then I have added that one in there. Save that menu, go back to the website, refresh the browser again. Now I have that menu up in there, so now I have menu items for home, programs with the submenu of program 1, and then I also have a navigation menu item for Workout Now. Now the next thing we want to do is add a login, log out menu item in there for all of your users who have purchased your programs to visit your website and give them an easy way to log in and log out of their account. Now you previously would have installed the login, log out plugin in one of the previous modules. So what you're going to be getting over here in the left navigation bar is this option for login, log out. So we're going to go ahead and do a little drop down there, select the option for logging in and logging out, and then go ahead and click on Add to Menu. That's going to once again bring this item over into this menu. Go ahead and click Save Menu. Go back to the website, refresh the browser. Now I have items for home, programs, workout, and then log out since I am logged in. If I was to go ahead and click on log out, it's going to log me out of that system, and then that would change over to a log in tab. So there we have our menu set up for our desktop. Now what we have to do is create a duplicate menu for all of our mobile device users. So go back over here into the menu system, and now we have to go up here and create a new menu. So go ahead and click on that right there. And then we're going to just type in mobile menu, click on create menu on the right. And then we have to manage the locations again. So click on the tab for manage locations. And then under the handheld menu, which is going to be your mobile device users, just go ahead and click on mobile menu and then save changes. Now we go back over here to edit menus again, and then we have a drop down for which menu we want to select. We want to make sure that that mobile menu is select. And then what we're going to do is duplicate what we just did in the primary menu by dragging all of these pages or adding all these pages over here into the menu system and basically just creating a duplicate of the menu that we had just done for our mobile users. So now we have our mobile menu set up as well. Make sure you are always clicking on Save Menu over here on the right to save your changes. Now that we have our menu set up, the only thing left to do is if you want to go ahead and stylize and change the fonts and the coloring of this menu, to go ahead and do that. Once you are logged into your WordPress admin, you're going to have this bar up on the top that gives you some editable features up here. So you just want to go ahead and click on Customize. I am using the 18 tags theme that I mentioned in a previous module. So that's how you would go about changing up the navigation menu styling in this theme. It might be a little bit different if you are using a different theme, but for the most part, this should be pretty similar across all different WordPress website themes. So what I would want to do if you are using the 18 tags theme, go over here on the left and click on header and navigation. Then if you were to click on header, first thing you could do here is select the background color. So if I want to change up the background color a little bit here, I can go ahead and change that to a gray. I'm just going to keep this black. And then make sure every time you make some changes here, you go ahead and publish and save those changes. Now, if I wanted to change up the actual tabs here, the font and the color, I would go back here. Then click on primary navigation, and now I have some options as where I want the menu to be placed. So if I wanted to move this over, or if I want to make this centered, you can actually change the location of this menu item. So if I was to do align right, items left, click on that. It's going to move these items over a little bit to the left, but I'm just going to keep them over here aligned right and items also right. Now if I want to change up the font, I would go ahead up and change the font here. If I was to change that over to Georgia, it's going to change the font of those menu items. Then you also have options to change up the text size, the letter spacing, the horizontal padding, whether or not you want them bolded, italicized, underlined, uppercase. This is where you would go ahead and change up the text color. If you want to change up the text color, you would make those selections there. And then if you wanted an active link color on here, for example, if I wanted the active page to have this attention color, I would go ahead and click on that and change on the font there, pick that color, and then publish those settings, and it's going to change up the color on there. This also applies if you go over here to the mobile menu that you also created. You'd be able to go in here and change up the styling for the mobile menu as well. So there you have it, guys. Your website menu has been built and linked to all your website pages. As always, if you have any questions, please let me know. I am here to help.